Hi everyone, today I'm gonna share with you how to make a wallet with cat slot. But this one is I have a lot of cat slot. I'm using the Japanese fabric right here. It is so beautiful, and I have the interfacing already ironed in here. So I have two interfacing and two fabric, one lining and one main fabric, and the side is 9 inches square. And to put this on the side, I'm going through the whole thing here. I have to write down. This is the flap. The flap, I have it in here that the main side and the lining. And the side is 3 1/4 by 8 1/4. I'm gonna go and round the corners of this. So to round the corner, I'm using the 1.5 inches corner. And you're going to cut the interfacing, and then after that you're gonna iron on the back side of the main fabric. So you see the interfacing I iron in here. So 1/4 up and in seam allowance, you're gonna go around here, and coming down. Leave this open. I'm gonna top stitch around here. So everyone, after I top stitch, I'm gonna put this away. Fabric right here, I have two. I use the yellow for the inside, and it's 9 inches by 18 inch and 3/4 of an inch. All right, and I have two. So whatever I'm doing one, you're gonna do this one exact the same. Whatever you do in here, you can do down here, so everything that match when you fold. All right, so the first one is 3 1/3 of an inch. 3 1/3 of an inch, and then 2.5 inch, and then 1 1/3 of an inch, and then 2.5. Remember the measurement is shown on the screen. 1 1/3 of an inch. Let me just move, okay? I'm gonna move here. 1 1/3 of an inch. 2.5. And 1 1/3 of an inch. And then the last one is 2.25 inches. Everything you do it here, you're gonna do it down here. So I'm gonna go to here. Remember, if you use the flower, the prints, the whatever design fabric, you face the wrong side up. This is the right side facing down. 3 1/3 of an inch. I'm using this one to go onto the top, the left, the top. I can't even talk. Take this out. I really don't need to use the ruler, but you know how I am. Right here, 2.5, and I can see it right here because the cut. So do the little cut, everyone. That's very easy. So like that. So up and down, up and down. When you fold, you're gonna make sure the two ends, like the two sides are even. 1 1/3 up and in. So keep folding up and down, up and down, just like so. And then the next one is right here, 2.5. I can see the cut, but after this I'm gonna iron this at one time, and then 1 and 3/4 of an inch. Two and a half. And then the rest. Go iron this down, everyone. Everyone, after you iron and everything, it look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So before you do anything else, I like you to cut about an inch or so, an inch and a quarter. I don't want to cut the whole piece of interfacing because there's no need for it. So I cut about an inch and an A ½ inch. 1 inch by A½ and I just open all the fold in here and I place this inside and I'm going to iron it. Very simple. Going on each fold here, that one, and then you go to the next one and then add in here and then you go on to iron this. You're going to lift this up and you going to top stitch on the fold, top stitch on this fold, and top stitch on this fold. Don't do anything on this one yet. After I top stitch on this fold, we're gonna iron that after. I'm going to hold this 3, bringing this out this way at 4½, and it down to here. You can see this one down to this fold. You can see that right here, not down here. Okay, and then you can draw the line or you can just eyeball it and then sew this line. This line. Sew this. After I sew on this line, you're gonna bring this over to here. Make sure it's all lined up. 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, you're gonna sew this straight line. After I sew on this line, you're gonna go in inside out. So go it from here and go from one side to the other and bring it out. Like this. You can go to this side, pull the whole thing out. Top stitch the last fold right here. Now we have 2. Let's just put it in here. We're going to put on the line and fabric. You can use a different line and fabric if you want to. You can use cream color. You want to show a lot, but I don't want to. So on the side, on the bottom side here, I'm gonna mark 1/2 inch. On here, 1/2 inch. And on the top, 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch. Face the pocket, the opening side up. This fold side placing where you just marked 1/2 inch. Also facing up this way, where you just mark 3/4 of an inch. we just mark 4.5 in that the center, and I'm going to add the flap there so we can sew at the same time. You clip them all together, bring back this one. Either way, you can face the yellow side out to show more, or you can whatever you center that you mark, you going to place it here, and so you can sew at the same time. So everyone, after I sewed a 1/4 inch here, and then it closed to here, a 1/4 inch on both sides, and it closed to the fold here. Also a 1/4 inch sew the flap on the top. Put this away, and we're working on the zipper. Scary. 7.5 inches. So I'm gonna go and leave this here. Everyone, I don't wanna take that just yet. So like that. Sew this line and sew this. I also have cut in here. This is 2.5 inch by 12. I fold it in half and fold and fold and fold. So this is for the wristband. Sew this, and then I'll show you. I'm gonna cut on the side here. I just about to cut in the middle of that. I caught myself. Okay, so the zipper is done. I'm gonna put it there, and this one I also finished. I just put that on the side, and this one, after I sew on the 2 ends, I'm going to turn into this like this, going back this way, the same way you fold earlier, and then you're going to fold it back like this. Alright, now you're going to sew around this side and around this side. You can sew this together. You can hand sew it so close to here so it won't slide around if you want to. Because I cut it a little smaller. I should cut bigger so it can stay there. Everyone, the wristband is done, the zipper is done, and I'm gonna fold the zipper in half so I can install the zipper. And here I have 2 fabric that I cut in the same fabric in here. This is 4 inch and 3/4 inch by 9 inches. So the wide side is the 9 inches. Alright, so the center I still have it right here. Let me just mark it there so everyone can see. And the zipper right here. Turn the zipper. The zipper pull all the way facing down to the left side here. And then I'm taking one of these and I'm going to sew. You can use the zipper presser foot to sew this, or you can just sew on the normal sew this. So everyone, after I sew on this, I'm gonna move this over. This one right here, I'm going to fold it in half. You don't have to do this if you are good. I'm just a very detailed. And match it with this one. This one on the side of this. You see on top of the first thing right here, the first wallet right there, I'm gonna add this here. Go sew this, and then sew the zipper. Why I'm sewing the thing in here, I realize I need to tell you, when you sew it, don't put it down here. Just have to lift this up, okay? Lift this side up. Only sew this side too here. So with the main side here that I have, that's the 9 inches in the center right there. I'm going to place in the center where I have the zipper right here, so I can sew it together. This is easy. It just have a few steps that you see. You look at. Okay. In the back here, there's already half line that you just sew the zipper. Go and sew the straight line. Everyone, after I sew in this, now you're going to open both sides, and you're going to press, or you're going to iron. You're gonna top stitch on this side, and then you're going to top stitch on this side. After I top stitch on this side and I top stitch on this side, I'm going to bring this to, make sure you unzip the zipper, and then bring in this two sides together, and let this zipper pocket together. A quarter up and inseam allowance you're gonna sew, but here you're gonna leave 5 inches, so gonna sew here a quarter up and ends, gonna sew all the way down to here, go to here, go to here, leave this open so you can inside out. After I have sewn around here, you can go and trim, and then trim around here so it's not too thick. Go lift this up and cut a bit on the side. This is the zipper pocket, so gonna take out the corners, and then you go to sew that opening space, and then after that you can iron this. All right, like this. You pull, you always have to hold like this and pull so it come out for you nice and straight, and then from here you can press, and then you can sew this together. And when you're done, you're gonna iron the whole thing, included this side, iron everything. All right. I sew on this, I stuck it back inside here. This is the zipper pocket for a change. If you put the change in here, it won't fall out, and this is what it is. So cute. You can fold it in half, and then you can mark the center. That for the button. I want the magnet button. You just mark one side here. You're gonna sew one, and then when after that you're gonna snap down here and do this one. When you're done, you're gonna make sure you hold this up like this. After you sew the 4, and then you're going to bring this down, and then you snap it down, make this press, and then you can see this is the other one. You're going to sew the other side of the button, and that basically it. Everyone, I sew the button on this side and then on this side, and look at the cat slot that so many you can put on here. Let me just show you. I'm gonna put in here so you can see that, and this you Charlie cat. I don't know how this works though. I haven't used that for a long time. It's not working, so a lot of people like look out for me and say, hey, the cat, you know, but it's no longer working. On here we have a big pocket right here too, but you can leave cash in there if you want to. Leave some cash. I collect all these cards, so because when I do the video I can put it in here, because if I don't, I use my real card and then I just don't remember to put back. So another, okay, there you go. You see how many cards you can have? I don't think I own that much of the card. So the phone card you can put in either way. You can put it in here, or you can put on the top here. That, and then if you want to carry some money with you, you can put in here, and that's it. That is that. And then you're going to fold it up. Here the button. Yeah. That's the button to snap this down. And then with the change, look at this. I made this long ago. So the change you can put on the top. It's easy, so you don't have to dig through. This one right here. On the top here, just pull it back. Basically that's it. And then the wristband right here, I'm going to use this. And on this wristband right here, you can just have it in here, make it more fancy to add the ring like that. And that is that, everyone. It is so fancy. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for all that support my channel, and always come and watch my video every time I upload or every time I go live stream. Thank you so much, everyone. Love you. Stay safe. Take care, everyone.